It's been a minute, but we're back. And today's topic is jobs and quitting. I quit my job recently, like a week ago, I think. I quit my job, and it's because I've been struggling mentally and stuff. I'm not gonna say anything, like any details, but I've been struggling with my mental health, so I quit. And it's not that I didn't expect them like to do much, but it's surprising because I've worked at this job for over 2 years, and me and my manager were kind of close, and she and I would have like conversations that didn't have to do with work. It was like personal stuff. And I know she and I like never hung up after work or anything, or like texted, but I still felt like we had a connection. And it was just surprising because when I quit, they didn't really say much. They just said, "Oh, sorry to hear that," and then they like told me how to resign on the workday stuff. And I mean, I wasn't surprised, but I also was a little bit surprised because I was like, oh, like, they don't really care. And also I had taken off like a month before I actually quit. I took leave of absence, and no one really checked up on me. No one asked how I was doing, especially that manager who I thought we were like, kind of close. She never checked up on me. No one else checked up on me. And again, it's not like I expect them to. I know they're not like my best friends or anything, but I've been working there for over 2 years, so I thought maybe someone would check up on me. I'm not crying over it, but it's just funny. I just think it's kind of interesting. So yeah, I took off a month due to mental health related issues. So my leave of absence was denied, and they had given me a call letting me know that I would have to come back to work, and I would have to come back immediately, as in the next day. And they were kind of, I don't know, on the phone, it just seemed like they were rushing me and didn't really care what I had to say. It was more like, oh, you just need to come back, like we need you to like work these hours or whatever. Oh, and then the interesting thing is I woke up that, when they called me, they had woken me out of my sleep. After that call ended, I saw a notification saying that they added a shift for me for the next day. So I'm assuming I didn't even have a shift scheduled for the next day. They just got that email that said it was denied and then decided to put me on the schedule for the next day, knowing that I was still like going through stuff. I never gave them an update saying like, oh yeah, I'm better, I'm coming back. But I did tell them when I would be, I guess I technically did tell them when I would be back, because I had a set scheduled date. And it was like 2 weeks prior. Like they had gotten an email saying it was denied 2 weeks prior to the actual date that I would come back. So they didn't know how I was doing. They didn't even ask on the phone call. They didn't ask me how I was doing. They didn't care. They were just like, yeah, you're gonna have to come back tomorrow. And another thing is I changed my availability to shorter days and shorter hours, because I didn't want to like have a full schedule and then have days where I didn't feel good and then have to like call out and make a mess for everyone. So I requested an availability change, and on the phone they told me it was also denied and that they couldn't do those hours for me. And they said they could only do my last availability, like for layout, whatever, and that was like every single day. I would have to be scheduled every single day for like 8-hour shifts. So that was something I was trying to get away from, so I didn't cause them trouble and myself trouble. But they said they couldn't do my availability, so they denied that. So yeah, they just denied it, told me I would have to come back, and it was kind of really rushed on the phone. And they asked me like, do I have any questions? But there's nothing I can do. Like I just said like, well, I guess I'm gonna have to come back. They were like, are you gonna come back for your shift tomorrow? And I was like, well, I guess so. Like if I'm required, I have to. I was required. Anyways, and they never asked me how I was doing again. They never asked me like, how are you doing mentally? Are you ready to come back? Is there anything we can do? Like, I saw that it was denied. Is like, are you gonna call them and give them an update and try to fix that? Like, it wasn't like that. It was just rushed, and they just told me like, come back and your availability was denied. So of course I'm on the phone and I'm like kind of angry because I'm like, first of all, you woke me up out of nowhere. Second of all, I'm just getting told no and no to everything. So of course I'm gonna be like, but I said okay, I'll be there tomorrow, whatever. Hung up the phone, and that's when I saw that like they had added a shift for the next day. So I don't think I was even scheduled for the next day, but they just added me onto that day without even asking how I was doing or anything, or making sure I could actually come. So yeah, that happened. After the phone call, I was just like thinking a lot, trying to figure out what I should do, because I still didn't feel right. I didn't feel good. I didn't feel good in my heart, good in my mind. So I just decided to give them a text and say, hey, I'm quitting. And I know I didn't send them an email, but I sent them a text because I would have to email my store manager, but I didn't have her email. So I would have had to, text everyone being like, what's the manager's email? And like, my messages were everywhere. So I was just like, I'm just going to send them a text and let them know I'm done. And like I said, they just texted me back saying like, we're sorry to hear that. And then they gave me the instructions on how to resign. And that was it. And of course, I'm not like crying over it, the response, but I was just thinking how it was funny that I worked there for 2 years and that's all I got. And I was like, okay, and like I said, no one checked up on me during that month period that I had taken work off. So I wasn't too surprised. So yeah, that's the story on how I quit my job that I've worked for 2 years. And it was a retail store. I have some of their bags with me actually. I have like the shopping bags, and I really like them. They're the paper ones, so I feel good using those bags. But I don't feel anything, to be honest. I thought I would feel like really sad and upset, but I really don't. If anything, I just feel like working on my business and just getting that started and everything going. So yeah, that's what's been going on. I've also been dealing with some other stuff in my life, and it's just been a roller coaster of like emotions, feeling good, feeling sad. And now that I don't have a job, I am trying to figure out what to do. I'm trying to figure out, if I really want to work on this nail business of mine. And then I'm trying to say like what type of job I should get next, what I should do, and everything like that. But yeah, this was a kind of a quick video, but I tried. Look at this. You see that double chin, and then you go. I heard that when you put your tongue on the top of your mouth, that it goes away and it makes it look like more sculpted. Like, look. Isn't that crazy? Okay. Anyways, that's story time. Not much to it. I don't feel that much different. I don't know. If anything, I just feel like freer, and I'm like, oh, wow. Because I've always worked. I've never had like time off like how I do right now. Like I've never, like, there was one or two times that was for certain reasons, but like that was years ago. So I haven't had like a full-on break in a minute. So I don't know. I just hope that things turn out well, and that I can figure out where to go and what to do and what career I want to take. But yeah, I hope that everyone like doesn't take their job serious. Like, don't expect much from your coworkers or managers or anything, unless they've shown you that, yeah, they can be trusted and that they care about you a lot. But if they've never shown you that, then I would not put my faith in them. And you don't have to make friends at work. You don't have to do all that if you don't want to. You're just there for money, to work, to help others. But yeah, but I will say my my ex job, it wasn't a bad job. They actually were very accommodating to certain things, like all the times that I would have to call out or if things were going on. They were pretty accommodating and kind of lenient, so that's why I stayed there for so long. It's just because I liked how they kind of functioned. But yeah, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, they don't care, and that's fine. Alright, so that was it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.